Hello everybody, welcome back to the Traxion YouTube channel. Now the Season 1 2023 build on iRacing is here, which means new content. And in today's video, we're going to be having a look at the 3 new cars released for Season 1. Now first up, we have the Toyota GR86. Now this is going to be in the Production Car Challenge, and it's going to replace the Pontiac Solstice. So next up, we have the Mercedes-AMG W13 Formula 1 car. This will replace last season's and compete in the F1 series. And finally, we'll have the BMW M Hybrid V8. Now, this will compete in the IMSA series and also replace the LMP1s from the European Sprint series. So we're going to take each car for a couple of laps, and I'm going to give you my thoughts whether or not you should buy them. Okay, so firstly, let's have a look at the Toyota GR86. Now, this is going to be included in the base content on iRacing, so you don't have to purchase this car, which is brilliant. We've also brought it to Oulton Park, which is also included in the base content, so I can see this car making an appearance at this circuit very, very soon. Now, I was probably more excited about this car than I was about the BMW or the new Mercedes, because I think this is going to be super popular. So let's start it up. I quite like the dashboard. It's got all the information on there that you could possibly need. Best lap, predicted lap, last lap. Nice big analog style rev counter in the center, but you've also got shift lights above that, and the rev counter in the middle turns red when you need to change gear. I like it. So it's 6-speed sequential, so you can either use your paddles or a sequential shifter, which is what we're going to use today. Now, let's have a listen to it first of all. It just sounds a little bit strange at low RPM, I find, but until you can hear the exhaust note, I think it sounds strange, but it doesn't sound too bad. But I think this is going to be really popular, this one. A natural progression up from the Global Mazda. On the open wheel side, we've got the Skip Barber or the Formula 4, where on the tin top side you don't have really got GT3s, but there's nothing really in between that will tickle your fancy really. But so I think this is going to be super popular, especially because it's free. Now, one little thing I did notice with the car in practice here, I got the car to go on 2 wheels around this corner, and I didn't touch the curb on the inside, so I don't know if that's a handling characteristic or if it's a bug. I've no idea. But as long as you know it's there, it's fine. So this car is going to be super popular, as I mentioned. But I said that about the Brazilian stock car as well. But this is free. So I think participation is going to be pretty good. So it drives really well. I think it drives really well. It's not the fastest car. But the slower the car, the better the racing. That's what I've found anyway. It gets loose now and again, and the traction control kicks in, and yeah, so it's got enough to keep you on your toes, that's for certain. It's quite softly sprung, so you're not going to be taking the turns at lightning speed either. But I can see it being a really fun, popular series. Well, I hope so anyway. I really do hope so, because it's got potential to be really good fun. Oh, see? It will catch you out if you're not careful. A bit too eager with the downshift there. But quite controllable. Quite controllable. Start to slide. No problem. Just a load of opposite lock. And keep on going. Perfect. That's what you want for a car that's a progression from the Global Mazda. Just to cut your teeth in something a little bit quicker. Yeah, a bit of oversteer there again. Just being a bit heavy-handed just to see how it handles. Pretty good. I like it. I really like it. Let's try and be a bit more heavy-handed now. See what it handles like when you're pushing it on. See if we can make it misbehave. Get on the gas early. Yeah, a little bit of oversteer, but not too much. So this is the baseline setup. I've not tinkered with anything at all. I could probably hold the revs a bit longer actually. I'll try and get around here without crashing this time. Oh, the off-track hasn't been fixed though at Oulton Park, which is a bit of a shame. There we go. Again, we'll try and make it misbehave on this next right-hander. Yeah, should just slide around a little bit. Yeah, it's quite safe though, really is quite safe, which as I mentioned is what we want. So because it's softly sprung, you'll be able to take absolute liberties with the curbs. Actually brake much later than I thought. Yeah. I like it. I like it. So that's the Toyota GR86. If you had to buy it, I would probably buy it, to be honest. I really, really like it. Right, so next up is the Mercedes-AMG W13 E-Performance. So this is last year's Mercedes Formula 1 car, so you can't really get anything more up to date in a simulator. Now, as with everything Formula 1, there is 1,000,001 options in the iRacing setup screen, so you're going to have to do your research to find out what everything does. I don't really drive Formula 1 in the simulator, so I don't really know what everything does, but we'll try and get a couple of laps in. We've stuck some soft tyres on there. We've not made any changes to the setup. I may or may not have spun on the last time I tried to do a lap here, about 5 minutes ago. Hopefully my tyre marks aren't on the road surface for you to laugh at. So, it absolutely blows me away every time I drive a Formula 1 car in a simulator. I don't do downforce that often, but it absolutely blows me away just how quickly you can actually take some of these turns. I've driven many, many laps around Interlagos in a GT3 car or a GTE, but when you drive it in a Formula 1 car, the braking points come up to you really, really quickly. Yeah, don't look at those tyre marks. Nothing to see there. Don't look at those tyre marks. That was from somebody else that was on the track just before me. It wasn't me. And one thing I do keep forgetting in the Formula 1 car is DRS. So the DRS zone is just up here. So we'll give it a press when we get round. There it is. So DRS now. The rear wing should be open. When the brakes nice and early, give yourself loads of time to stop. So this is obviously a paid car on iRacing. Whoa, DRS again. If you like this kind of thing, or if you're a massive fan of Formula 1, it's worth it. I've bought it just because. But if I didn't drive open wheel as much, then I probably wouldn't, because I don't think that I would race it very often. But if you're a fan of open wheelers or a fan of Formula 1, then it's a definite purchase. I think it drives really well. Drives as you would expect a Formula 1 car to drive, certainly. We're so careful, even in fourth gear around here. Right, remember DRS, Dave. So you can see the ERS battery charge going down because we've got the MGUK in qualifying mode. So let's see what lap we did there. A 1:13.7, I think it was. 1:13.98, sorry. You can see it at the dashboard. Yeah, that's not bad for me, I'll take that. But I quite like it, I really like it. Fans of the series will absolutely love it. Fans of open wheelers will absolutely love it. It's going to be super competitive again on iRacing. I think it's going to be a really popular one make series, as the last one proved to be. But it's really good to have a current Formula 1 car on the service. I think it's superb. What a partnership with iRacing and Mercedes-AMG. Superb. So finally, let's have a look at the BMW M Hybrid V8. Now, there's lots of hype surrounding this car. Not surprisingly, this is going to replace the LMP1 series on iRacing in the European Sprint Series. So it's got big boots to fill. Now, because this is a prototype car, in the garage options, you have lots and lots and lots of setup options. So again, do your research, find out what everything does. And because this is a hybrid, you have deployment options. If you look on the dashboard there, you can see now it's balanced. So you do have deployment options as you go around the track. Again, I think you can only change it once or twice per lap. I'm not too sure because I don't drive this type of car very often. So let's have a listen to it. Sounds pretty good. So we're on balance mode now on the deployment mode. So can we change that? Have I? Yes. So we've got attack, qualifying, no deploy, balanced, build. So we'll put it on build. That I assume will build up the battery charge. So let's get out there. So it drives very similar to the LMP2. Sounds very similar. I believe, is it the same chassis? I think. I believe so anyway. So we'll try and get round without crashing because I don't do downforce. I keep saying that. So just keep an eye on the battery charge there. So you can see it going down because I've got my foot down. Very easy to lock the tyres up in this car, I found, with cold tyres. You've got to be very, very careful in first, second gear because it will just spin. You've got to be very, very careful. There you can see. It's quite difficult to drive. It's quite good fun though. I do like it. So when we get over the line, we'll put the deployment mode in attack. See what that does. So it's 7 speed. Nice and steady through the bus stop. Right, let's go to attack mode now if we can. There we go. What kind of speed is it going to get up to over the line? Well, the faster GT3 cars get up to 290-ish, just over. We're well over that. 310. We're going to touch 320, I think. Oh, lock the tyres up. Just got it stopped. But I much prefer this type of deployment than the LMP ones, you know, when you've actually got to press the button. I do prefer it to be automatic, then you can just change the deployment mode just to recharge when you need to. A little bit more easier to manage for a novice like me. So it feels good though, it feels nice and balanced. It's just a bit of a balancing act on the brakes, trying not to lock up the tyres. But it feels nice and balanced, it's quick, it's obviously super quick, lots of downforce. So we'll just see how much of that battery we use in one lap. Oh, is that enough track? Not quite, nearly. So 88%, 87%. So in attack mode, you're probably going to use 20% per lap. Over, actually. Yes, I think that was on 100 when we started, or just under. Yeah, so probably going to use about 20% of your battery per lap in attack mode. Then obviously you've got qualifying mode, where there's no battery saving at all. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I will race it. I am definitely going to try and race it. It's going to be really popular. It's going to be super popular. If you like your downforce cars, if you like the old LMP2, then you're going to like this. That's for certain. And if you like the LMP1, well, this is going to be right up your street. So I've had a look at the new cars. What do I think? Well, the Toyota GR86, I think, is a brilliant car. That's going to be competing in the production car challenge, replacing the Pontiac Solstice. I would have liked to have seen it have its own series. I think that could be really, really good fun. It wouldn't surprise me if it does have its own series at some point in the future. So that's included in the base content. You've got it whether you like it or not. Give it a whirl. Quite a good little fun car to drive. Onto the Mercedes. Well, if you're a fan of Formula 1 or open wheelers, well, you will absolutely love it. It does exactly what you would expect. I'm not a huge Formula 1 fan, and if I wasn't buying content to create content, then I probably wouldn't buy the Formula 1 car just because I don't race that series. But if you do, if you like the Formula 4 or the old Formula 1 car and you think you might want to race it, well, jump in. It's an absolutely brilliant car. It's the latest Formula 1 car on the simulator. So if you do like it, get it. It's a really good car. I just don't know if I'll actually race it. Now on to the BMW. So it's a brilliant car and I would have bought it regardless, even if I wasn't going to create content surrounding it. I will race it from time to time. I did like the LMP2, but I didn't drive it very often. Now this just adds a little bit more strategy to the race with the deployment of the battery. So if you like the old LMP1 and you did like that strategy side of racing, then you will absolutely love the BMW. If you like the LMP2, then you're going to love the BMW. But if you don't like cars with downforce, then this might not be for you. It's a really tricky car to drive. It's like got two different handling characteristics. There's the one where you've got downforce and it's on rails. It's almost like a Formula 1 car. But then on the slower turns, it really wants to spit you off track. It's really difficult to drive. When there's no downforce, the brakes want to lock up on corner entry and it just wants to oversteer on corner exit. But if you do like the prototype cars, then yes, I would highly recommend you get the BMW. But let us know down below in the comments what you think of the new cars for the Season 1 2023 build. I can't wait to stop recording videos because I just want to go racing. But as always, thanks for watching. Have a great week. Keep it pinned.